Hi, I'm Brittney King.
And I'm Lisset King, and welcome to Honest Feedback. We are a podcast here for you. We're here to answer any of your burning questions, anything that's been heavy on your heart, but you haven't felt like anyone in your life can really reflect honestly to you. That's us. We're here to be your friend. We're here to help you navigate these challenging spaces so you're not doing it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my spectacularly wonderful, magnificent wife, goddess Brittney King, is a pleasure priestess. And she brings women from numb to embodied using sensual movement and sacred ritual.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I love doing what I do. And my amazing, epically talented, all the things wife, Lisset King, is an emotional ninja. Yes, that is her official title.
It is. It's on my business card.
Yes, she helps leaders drop the baggage and the limiting beliefs so they can live and love their life of purpose. It's a game changer.
Yeah, and I just want to do a quick shout out to your lioness is starting soon. Let's talk about it.
Lioness is starting soon.
And spots are running out, y'all.
Yes, spaces are limited. It is an intimate circle. So if you are in Portland and you have been interested in feeling the call for something more in your life, maybe things are good, but you want them to be great. You are desiring community, sisterhood, that wisdom of what it means to truly live and move from a place of pleasure and joy and own your power. Lioness is here for you. This is a prolific transmission that I feel so honored to steward. It is potent. It is rich. We are going deep and we are exploding out into the world with this amazing codes of the lioness. And yeah, spaces are extremely limited. We only have a few spaces left and we start Tuesday, October 17th. So if you are feeling the call, if you're like, maybe this is for me, I'm not sure, book a call with me. Book a call with me.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, it's a free, no pressure call. I just want to get to know you, what's on your heart, what's on your mind, where you are, and where you want to be going. And if Lioness is the best way to support you with what it is that you're birthing, with what it is you are stepping into. I am here to be a stand for you, for pleasure, and for you living your best fucking juicy life. And yeah, I'm so excited.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There is more.
We're sweetening the pot. If you have been interested in working with me and her, we're doing an outstanding, unheard of smoking deal.
Outrageous.
I haven't had this price since I was just a baby practitioner. And what we're doing is we really want to offer the most outstanding growth for you to take you from like, let's release all your baggage, even like on the front end so that you can just be like, come into Lioness and take this wisdom and just be the most powerful, potent human into your life. No baggage, none of that stuff. You're not taking it with you. We're leaving it behind. We're leaving all that shit behind.
We're leaving it all behind. And Lioness has a photo shoot involved.
What?
Yes, there's a photo shoot. Like there's so much goodness that is coming through, and it is at a price that I was like, what is a price that feels so good? I wanted to make sure it was accessible to every person who desires and who wants it. So if you're someone who's like, I want this, book the call. This is your sign. I am so here for it. I'm so here for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so excited. And babe, what are we talking about today?
Oh, we are talking about something that is so near and dear and special to my heart. It is, how do you be okay with being single and thriving and being your own energy, and you're desiring to call in partnership? Like, you want partnership.
Yeah.
And also, like, that's not the case in the moment. So, like, how are we thriving?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you familiar with these?
Oh, my gosh. It's so familiar. You know, that process of wanting while... Like, the thing about wanting is it really highlights what you don't have. And I've been there relationally. I've been there monetarily. I have been there in all the ways physically where I want that. Like, I want that body, but I'm not quite there, you know, but I don't know how to be there and be happy and love this where it is. You know, I've just been there in so many spaces. And I'm looking forward to sharing diving a little deeper in that, in the question.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And how about you? Do you know this space?
Oh, I know this space very well. I have walked this path deeply. And so I'm really excited to share my wisdom about it because it's a nuanced place to be. And yeah, a lot of people share their experiences. And I feel like you and I each have pretty unique takes on how we navigated this space. So I'm really excited to share with this caller.
Yeah.
Shall we jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So I have a question. How do I find a way to be okay on my own and happy and thriving and single and enjoying my life while also knowing that I want to share my life with somebody and find a partner to do that with? How do I do both, essentially, is my question. Because a lot of people are like, you're single, just be happy doing your own thing. But then I'm like, but I want someone to do stuff with. And sometimes I don't like just doing stuff on my own. And I'm trying to learn how to be okay with that. And also knowing that, like, yeah, I am ready to find someone to share my life with. So that is my question, people. Tell me what to do.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, thank you, Anonymous. Thank you so much for trusting us with this vulnerable question and putting it into the space. And yeah, I honor you and I see you and I appreciate you sharing your heart with us.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
I would love to start. I'd like to paint a picture. It's 2015.
Okay.
Yeah. Lisset has just put all her stuff in storage, was getting ready to move to Israel with her partner, and we break up. And I was devastated. I had put so much love into this partner. It was short-lived, but you know, gays be gayin'.
Yeah.
I was just ready to leave the country. I was like, do you house fly? Because I was about to take the tiniest bit of what I had left to go be with this partner.
You're all in.
I'm all in, you know. And I was devastated. I wanted so badly that love. And there were so many plans we had made. Like we were going to come back to the States and go cross country. And at the time when we broke up, I was writing this person, because they lived in Israel, and I was writing them a love letter every morning. Like, so that when they woke up, they would wake up to a letter from me. And it was, you know me.
I do know you. You're so romantic. Y'all, she is so romantic. I love it so much.
I think I wrote like over 100 letters, like, because that's how long they had been gone. And it was tough. Like the long distance part was tough, but I was ready to make it not long distance. And so I was really devastated. And it was a bit of a dark night of a soul. Like I tumbled, I spiraled, I went into all my bad habits. I was, numbing out. I was getting under people to get over her. I was drinking excessively and all these things. And it just was not a good time for me. And in the darkness, I found a glimmer of light. And what I heard was, you need to love yourself the way you're loving that person. You have so much love to give, and it's a bit of a void. And so give that love, put that back in. And so the wild thing was I just decided I was going to start writing myself love letters every day.
Oh, love this.
Yeah. And
Straight from the pleasure queendom.
Yes. And I wrote myself a letter every day, and it was like, my dearest Lisset, and I would just find all the things that were lovable about me and to put it on paper. And I think I wrote myself over like 100 letters, and I was just being in this process. And then I was like, what about that relationship was lighting me up? And it was the prospect of the future and this road trip. And so that summer I was like, you know what? I don't have any more stuff. I just have my truck. So I'm just, I had a really good friend who put me up, Goddess Lynn Moore.
Lynn!
She let me live on her bed with her cats. while I was licking my wounds. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go on a road trip by myself. And I did it. I went cross country, all the things, people are like, you're going to go cross country on myself. I'm like, I drive every day by myself in my car. I could do this. And it was so fun because I got to visit like all the people that love me. It was like a Who Loves Lisset tour, and I went cross country, and I got to
tour. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I stayed with people. I was blessed because I've done so many seminars to have people all over the country.
Yeah,
and so I just had like a pit stop in every state. I would stay with people, and my heart got so full. And that self-love came so far in. And trust me, it was like I was holding the grief. I was holding the heartbreak while also just feeling so. I'm in Ohio with my other buddy Lynn, and we're playing guitar till 3 a.m. and we're having the best time. And just I got to heal so much through feeling just not only my own love, but like friendship love, and just seeing like I see love everywhere I go.
Yes.
And it was in that journey, toward the end of my road trip, right, it was the moment I stopped looking, like literally stopped looking, and poof, my ex popped into my field, and she was like, hey.
She wasn't your ex at the moment.
No, she wasn't. She
was a new person.
This new person popped into my field and was just so magnetic and lovely and beautiful. And we connected. But it was, I can't tell you, it's weird. It's the weirdest thing. The moment you don't want it, the moment you don't need it, the moment you forget that you desire, the moment the wanting just slips through your fingers.
Yes.
That's the moment, but it takes practice to get to that moment.
Yeah.
So in this moment, I'm going to offer something. I'm going to offer it to you. I'm going to offer it to anyone who's looking for love. Like, what would it be like if you wrote yourself love letters? What would it be like if you wooed you?
Oof. Sexy.
Yeah. What if you bought yourself flowers?
Yes.
What if you did the things that you love to do? And so that's my offering in this moment. And I don't know how. It just always happens that way.
Okay, so this is what I've paused on this because I was like, how sometimes like the cliches are cliche, but they're cliche for a reason because they're true. And there's these truths that you don't know until you experience them because you're like, that doesn't make any sense. How do I stop looking for the thing that I want? I don't understand. What are they talking about? And I felt too like I had that same experience. And even when you just said the word, it's the wanting. The wanting creates the energy of more wanting. So then we're in the cycle of wanting. So when you lose the wanting and there's this unattachment, there's just the energy of love. Love shows up because there's not the wanting, it's the energy of love and that detachment. And it just felt like a light bulb moment because I've been with that cliche because I was just like, this is what they're talking about. Like the if you know, when you know, you know. And I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. And then I experienced I know.
Yeah.
I just know. I just know she's the one for me. Yeah, so it's beautiful. Is it okay if I jump in and share?
Yeah, please do.
I deeply resonate with what you said, and I had a same but different experience where I decided to fall in love with myself. I decided to treat myself as my own lover, as my own best friend. So I started buying myself flowers, a thing I still do to this day. Sometimes they're for her and sometimes they're for me, or I just say they're for us.
She loves to buy flowers.
I love to buy flowers.
It's in our budget.
Yes, it's always in the budget. It was something that truly lit up my soul and nourished me of like, there is beauty in the world and like, give yourself this vibration of beauty. I started cooking for myself, not just like the lean cuisine or like the frozen pizza meal because I'm like by myself and I don't have the effort to cook and but literally being like, I'm going to take this time and create a nourishing meal for me from a place of love. I'm going to literally make myself edible love. Like, I just remember one time I took myself on a date day by myself, and I went to the farmer's market and I just bought a whole bunch of veggies that like lit me up. And I remember coming home and making myself a beautiful, like I got out my real fancy charcuterie board and like cut up beautiful vegetables, made my own pesto, had the beautiful hummus, and literally like treated myself as royalty. And the joy and ecstasy and pleasure I felt when I got to the wooing and the intimate part of myself with my date. Like I was kind of orgasms because I just felt so deeply nourished and cared for in myself. So my question to you is, how can you become your own best lover? What does that look like and feel like to you? How do you nourish yourself? How do you feed yourself with this love and like really get comfortable with yourself? So many times I feel like when I was really afraid to be by myself, there was, and this is my own story, so I'm not putting this projection onto you, but there was a bit of self-hatred going on of like, I can't be alone with my thoughts. It's so fucking loud in here. It's so fucking loud in here. And like, this is why I'm drinking. This is why I'm eating. So it was very loud in my head. So the thought of like, go be by yourself, it was like, just take a pen and jab it in my eye. It was so foreign for me. So it became a practice for myself of like, how do I spend time with myself? How do I allow myself to just be? What would feel really good? And like, allow yourself to be gentle with this process. What's something that you already know lights you up? And how do you do it alone? So for me, it started with dates to the movies by myself. Loved the movies, loved going with someone else. And I was like, this is something that like feels edgy for me, but I'm like, I'm going to be in a dark room. Like I would go to matinees. Like, and it was just like, this is something, and it became this ritual that then I started to prefer going to the movies by myself rather than being with someone else. And then it grew into those self dates where I would take myself on the date, and then it expanded into solo trips by myself. And so,
can I add on that?
Yes.
Yeah. And through that process of loving yourself, you touched on it. It raises your standard for what you'll take. Because if you're just like, I'm alone and I want to be with someone, you'll be with someone that treats you like shit.
You'll be with anyone.
You'll be with anyone to not be alone. But if you're like, I love my company so much, your company better be better than my company.
Yes.
For me to want to spend time with you. So I just love that.
Yes.
I love that.
And being with yourself and really getting to know yourself and like allowing yourself the space to be in silence. Nature is a wonderful companion to be with.
Yes.
Whenever I'm by myself in nature, I never feel alone.
Yeah.
I'm like, the ocean is here. Have you heard her talk? Have you listened to the wind? Have you communed with this tree? Like that, I mean, depending on your level of wooiness, I don't even know if that's woo, but but like allowing yourself to be with everything that is, because it's a bothness. Yes, you might be by yourself, but you're never really alone in the universe. And when you allow yourself to commune with the universe of like, the universe is my friend. I'm here with the stars. I'm here with the sun. I'm here with the earth. I'm here with these frequencies that are all around me. I truly always feel like I'm experiencing something with, as opposed to just myself.
Yeah. And can I jump on?
Yeah, jump in.
Yeah. So when I was manifesting like new love, like the love right before Brittney came in, like one of the things I had put on my list was that we command a space together. Like I wanted to be part of a power couple. And like, this is just a preview. We are creating something called How to Be a Power Couple. Yeah. Name is in progress. Yeah. However,
I love the name.
Love the name. However, step one is being powerful on your own.
Yeah.
Because powerful people aren't like, oh, can you hang out with me while I do something? Like to be powerful on your own is to know and love your own company, and also love other people's company. It's not mutually exclusive. It's not mutually exclusive, but it's about like, how do I feel absolutely beautiful in solitude, and then I meet someone who's also great in their solitude, and we're like, wait a second, I actually like hanging out with you.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like 5 weeks away from you was really hard last summer.
It was.
Because I actually like your company.
I know.
It wasn't like, I need a break from my wife. No, it was like, oh man, I really love her company. And that's awesome. And I know we are better together, but I also know that we're good on our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like when you are giving to yourself, so I had the same but different of like, I wasn't looking for love for the long story short of like me being closed to love. But when I really started nourishing myself and being in the spaces that lit me up and giving to myself and treating myself with kindness, like you said, you got to be this great or better for me to want to spend time. Now I'm not just taking dates with anyone. It was like, is this person phenomenal? Is this an add to my experience? And then from that place, I feel like I became attractive like a magnet. I magnetized community, soul-aligned community, amazing sisterhood, the love of my life. All of that came from me being connected to my pleasure. Like this is what we're talking about in Lioness. Like this is the place that we are building in ourselves and fortifying of like, can I be so fucking in love with me, so fucking good with me that literally everything I want is magnetized to me.
Yes.
More money, the right people in your life, the right growth opportunities, the amazing mentors, like everything in my life has come to me from me being in love with myself and be moving from a space of pleasure. So it creates a different vibration and frequency. And I feel like that is also the thing when people are like, when you stop looking, it was like, it wasn't in my current active reticular activating system of like, find a partner. It was in the general flow of like, I would love partnership. And I am feeling so good giving to myself that like, I refuse to settle. Refuse to settle, will not settle.
That's our mission.
Yeah.
Do not settle.
Do not settle.
As a couple, we're just like, if there's anything we can do for the world, stop settling.
Yes. Please. And I attracted in so many amazing things into my life. And so, yeah, that was prolific and profound. And I encourage you to continue and play with these practices because even hearing your question, I just know it's inevitable that you are going to meet someone amazing.
We know it.
Someone awesome, someone fantastic, someone who makes you excited about life that you want to spend time with.
Makes your pussy wet.
Yeah, here for that. Make your pussy wet. And I feel like then too, it is so important to continue these practices of being your own lover and of giving to yourself. So when Lisette and I first started dating, so enamored, so in love, I was just like, I want to do so many things with her. And I had made a declaration to myself of like, I'm going to show up in this relationship differently. I'm going to, we're striving for secure attachment.
Yes.
We're striving for, so I remember one weekend, I was like, I want to go to this amazing campsite on the beach in Topanga or somewhere in Malibu. Yeah. And, she also had other partners and friends. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go on my own. Yeah. Like this was one of my first stretchy, like I had done the movies, I've done the dates. And then I was like, I'm going to take myself on an overnight by myself. And I like borrowed a tent from my roommate. I was missing a tent pole, but whatever. I like wore my things. I got my ritual stuff. I like made myself a beautiful dinner and took myself to this beautiful campsite on the beach, had a magical experience, made my own fire. Other strangers helped me, but I had this beautiful, amazing experience with myself and gave to myself. And I felt so strong, so powerful. So it kept me in that space of like, I am willing to dive in with this person. And also, just so you know, baby girl, you're so good. Like I wasn't coming at it at this, I need this energy because I need you to fill me up. And later in life, I took her to the beautiful campsite and we had an amazing date
that was
there.
Such a great weekend.
It was such a great weekend.
I loved
it was so good. But like I continue that practice. Last summer, I went camping by myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just want to add, like, the self-love game, it's not like you're going to reach a point. Like, you can't wait till self-love is perfect. It's an ongoing act. We're going to be on this ride until the end. Like the self-love journey goes on and on and on and on. And when you're with, it's about nourishing yourself while you're alone so that when you do meet someone, you're going to continue you're going to continue to fall in love with yourself. Because like the thing about partnership is when I was with Brittney or many of my partners, they loved something about me that I thought was unlovable. And I was like, whoa, like you love that part of me? Because I've been really mean to her, you know? And they would reflect this love to me. Brittney's reflected love to the parts of myself that I thought were unlovable. And when she reflected that, it added to my self-love. And so we're on this journey. We're on this journey now. We're on it till the end. Just stay on this path. And it's a both. We can do... Masters can live in both worlds. And so just allow yourself to get masterful at that self-love, and it's okay to desire relationship. Have the magical list so that when it comes, you're like, yep, nailed it. Nailed it, you know, so that you know when it's coming. But also, it's this weird thing about unattachment. Like, you have to go, okay, that's my list. I'm leaving it in your hands, source, universe, a la Beyonce. Like, hold that vision for me, and I'm going to go be over here living my best life. And your best partner will show up. They'll just pop into your best life. They'll be dancing on a pole, and you'll be like, what? That's it. My best life includes that in my life.
Yes. It's amazing what happens. What is that story you tell about a mailbox?
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. I have this magnificent mentor, Dad Quigley. And I love him because he talks about taking action, any action. Any action. He's like, you know, if you decide that like the action for today is going to be painting a mailbox purple, which he's done. You know, I'm going to call in love. I want a purple mailbox. And maybe you don't even know if your lover might go, man, that is a cool mailbox or anything. The point is you're just taking an action that makes you happy. And take that action, because the more you fill that happiness, the more you fill your cup, paint that mailbox purple, right? And then see what happens. Because magic, he runs a group, and there's a lot of purple mailboxes in the cities where he's run this group. Because it's such a wild thing to just take action.
It is, and you just never know, like when it's like, you're painting the mailbox purple. It's like, who do you meet at the hardware store where you got the paint? Like, who do you come across when you're doing the thing? Because what do you say? Life happens at the 90 degrees. Yes. Tell it again, because you say it in the words.
Again, you're bringing back all my old mentors. A good buddy of mine, Hunter, talks about the process of precession. Like, everything happens at 90 degrees. You think you're going in this direction, but actually, you know, the boat is going this way, but the wake of the waves is this way. You know, bees, they pollinate, right? But they don't think they're pollinating. They're just getting that sweet, sweet nectar, you know? And meanwhile, they got this stuff on their legs, and that stuff on their legs pollinates and keeps our fucking world moving.
Yes, it makes all the French toast.
It's the things you don't realize you're doing. You know, y'all have heard our story, but like, I went to the Pole Studio to be in a Netflix documentary, and I had no idea what that was about at all. I was just like, I'm just going to take this crazy bold action. And, you know, in my head, I was like, maybe this Netflix documentary is going to give me all this exposure. Maybe it's going to be this huge thing. And none of that happened. What happened was I met the love of my life, and then everything else happened from that. So it's that 90 degrees, the thing you're not looking at. The reason one of my partners started going to the studio in the first place, why we even opened up that door, was we were having problems. And I was like, I'm going to get her a package to this pole studio. And maybe that'll help us fix our relationship. And that's not what happened. The
90 degrees.
The magic happened at 90 degrees. So be out there living your best life, and then watch that partner just dance into your
life.
existence. You know, you're out there living your best life. You're going to an event with a friend, and then this amazing person walks up to you. Because you're out there doing you.
Yes, I cannot speak highly enough about this. The 90 degrees is everything. I went to the Pole Studio to heal from your trauma, and now it is the basis of my business is somatic healing and connecting to your pleasure. Like, I started being an actor And now we make this podcast because every step led me to here at the 90 degrees and being willing to go with the turns. So be willing, be open. I would love to hear of you taking action in a way that feels aligned for you, whether it's Lissette's offer of writing love letters to yourself. I would say let's do anything we're going to do for 30 days and see how it feels.
Yeah, woo yourself.
Woo yourself.
Woo yourself for 30 days. See what happens.
Circle your hips for 30. You know, I am here for
some hip circles.
I'm here for some hip circles and just being in your body, giving to yourself and doing what lights you up and treating yourself like the divine being that you fucking are. Own it.
Men.
Receive it. Receive that love. Let it in and just see what magic and miracles are created from that space, because I guarantee you a miracle is on your path.
Fuck yes. Oh, that's a wild guarantee. And it, I'd back that up 100%.
100%.
100%.
I'm not delivering it. The universe is, and I know she's good for it.
She's good for it. The universe is good for it.
She's good for a miracle.
Yeah, she is. She is. She also makes a great sugar mama.
Yeah,
the universe makes a good sugar mama.
That's a separate episode, but yes.
What?
That's another episode.
That's a time for another episode.
But this was so great. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for giving the opportunity for us to share about our experiences and what we've learned on this path. I am sending you all the love as you continue to deepen your love with yourself and your connection with yourself and the partnership that is inevitable. So
so thank you again. And if you like what we're saying and you are enjoying this and you're like, man, I have a question. I have a question. I want to toss it to them and see what their perspective is. Go ahead and give us a call at 971-895-4111. Also, while you're at it, like, subscribe, share, spread the good word. Let's let this podcast get out there because it's something we truly believe in and we love sharing.
We love making this podcast. It feels like such an honor. Every question we receive is really, truly a gift from your heart to our heart. So we hope you feel our love and that we're being of service to you, because that's what's most important to us. And if you are still thinking about Lioness, now is the time. Check out the links below or my website, goddessbrittneyking.com. Brittney is how you spell my name. And you can read more about it. The time is happening. We meet soon.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So until we meet again, be honest with each other.
Yeah.